Hi, this is Jim Jackson. I want to talk to you today about greatness and how to separate yourself from just the average people out there in the real world. And for a minute, I want you to think about who is the greatest athlete, maybe of all time. You might think Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Wayne Gretzky. For me, it was Muhammad Ali. And it was Muhammad Ali because he promoted himself. He came back from many setbacks, including going to jail, standing up for his own faith, and he came back 3 times to be the world champion. He won the Olympics in the 1960 Olympics. He won the gold medal in Rome. But he constantly promoted himself. He constantly believed that he was the greatest. He constantly go around and say, I am the greatest of all time. I wish I could do Muhammad Ali because I love him and I think he's a great athlete. But he's a great marketer. He's a great brander. He's a great person that goes out and tells himself. And what I want you to ask yourself is when people call you or when people talk to you about your business or they talk to you about your product line, do you say, I'm the greatest plumber in the world, or I have the greatest insurance policy in the world? We have a tendency sometimes not to talk about ourselves as being great. It's okay to talk about ourselves being really bad, but to promote ourselves and talk about ourselves being great is something, for some reason, our culture said that's not acceptable. That's bragging. Now, there's a difference between bragging and just stating a fact. Muhammad Ali stated a fact, said, I am the greatest of all time. And history will prove that he is the greatest of all time. As a result, his competition believed that he was the greatest of all time. So next time you go to put your ad in the phone book, here's what I want you to put down. Hey, this is Jim Jackson, the greatest plumber in the world. Or this is Jim Jackson, the greatest auto technician in the world. And put that in there, and people will believe it. They will understand and believe it. In the book, Good to Great, Jim Collins had a great opening quote. I wished I had wrote it, but when I first read the book, and by the way, the book was given to me by a client. I had it for 2 years before I ever read it. I opened the book up, read the opening sentence, and I threw the book across the room. And I threw it across the room for 2 reasons. One, I didn't create the sentence, and I didn't come up with that thought. But 2, I started thinking about myself. And here's what that opening sentence was. Good is the enemy of great. Good is the enemy of great. Doggone, that's brilliant. And I started thinking, where am I just good in my business and where I could be great, the greatest of all times? Where am I just good and I'm settling for mediocrity and just say, well, at least my doors are open. Where can I go reinvent myself? Where can I go out and create something memorable, that become great? Tony Buzan, who's probably the greatest thinker of all times on how the left brain and the right brain works, he says that we remember 3 things. We remember the first thing that we ever did, probably your first kiss or first, experience, and the last one. The other thing we remember is the most unusual. So think about yourself when you're marketing, you're answering the phone, even answering the phone. Hi, this is world famous Jim Jackson. People remember that. They remember it. They even want to call to get the energy. That's what greatness is. So don't just be good, be great, and don't settle for mediocrity. Say to yourself right now, I am the greatest blank, whatever it is, artist, singer, it doesn't make any difference. Salesperson, I am the greatest in the world. You only have to say it to yourself to believe it. You don't have to go around and put it on a bumper sticker, but if you want to, that's okay. Do this and you'll have a prosperous and great year. Thanks.